Hello and welcome back to the Geek Tech Show. In today's video, we're going to be checking out this T4E handgun, pretty much known as Training for Engagement, Umarex, and this is the CO2 Marco .50 paintball gun, otherwise known in Europe as a self-defense engagement gun. Now, before you go ahead and start going crazy over me about handling this totally wrong, this is unarmed. It doesn't have any CO2 cartridge in here. It cannot actually fire. The way you know it cannot fire, this thing right here, it actually will pop out when it's armed, and when you actually hit this in, there is no cartridge in here, there's nothing to hit in, and then it's going to be armed, and then you can actually use it and shoot with this. There's nothing in here. And one thing I really like about this thing is that it looks pretty realistic. Not only it looks pretty realistic, it looks kind of cool as well. It looks like something right from the future. I wish they actually made an actual gun that looks like it, but they don't. Now, one thing about this also is that it has a safety marker to this. You can see the red thing right here. And as you're holding it, you can't actually think this is the real deal. It is a real gun, unless you're of course untrained. You can see right here, you're holding it. You can see this thing just sticks out, and it looks fake. The only way for you to tell and say this is not fake is for you to put your hand over this, and then it still kind of looks fake as well, because nobody ever seen anything like it. This gun is not made based on anything that exists right now on the market. Maybe in the future they're going to make something as cool looking as this, but they don't. Great for cosplay and target shooting specifically. What I like this for is actually for what it is. It is a great target shooting gun. You can shoot targets with this, and I also like the balance with this. It is very well balanced. When you put this in your hand, it's good. Unlike other guns or other pistols that they sell in the market, specifically the all metallic versions, which is like holding a piece of brick in your hand, this feels super extremely comfortable. So if you're going on a paintball competition, you're going to be going and playing with that, this is going to be easy for you to use. Get it out of your holster, shoot this at the target, and no trouble with that. Easy to use, fun to use. Your hand is not going to get tired. You can easily use this with one hand. You can use this in the left hand, and you can easily use this in the right hand as well. And this is easy to use too. So no problems with that. And it looks great. Very beautiful marksmanship throughout this whole entire thing. To eject the barrel, what you have to do is to move this all the way here, all the way to the top, and you eject the barrel. You can see there's nothing in here. Put this right back in. You engage the safety. It's armed right now. The barrel is armed, that is. Then you're putting the CO2 cartridge in here, hitting it, which is popping it right back in, and this is going to stick out. There's no CO2 in here, so there's nothing for this to stick. And it's not ready yet. Once I put everything in, it's going to be ready. I'm going to be testing this out in the last video, and you're going to be seeing if this is a good gun for you to get, and my final thoughts on it, if you should get this for yourself or you should skip this. At this point, the verdict is still in. So here it is, the T4E Training for Engagement. That is actually what it is called, and this is the 51. So what it does, you can put 50 caliber 6 rounds CO2 powered into here, and this is actually the package that you'll be getting this in. That's how it's gonna look like. So I want to do unboxing to show you what exactly you get if in case you do decide to buy this. What I do like about this is the futuristic like look of this gun. There is nothing like it on the market. In fact, this is the only thing that you ever see that looks exactly like this. It's not made to look like any single gun that ever existed or even existed before. When you're gonna get this, this actually is a safety mechanism, kind of shows that this is not a real pistol, and the policeman will actually know because of that, it's just an identification mark. Another thing is usually they have the written stuff right on here, and the good thing about this is that it is all written, but it doesn't take away from the actual gun itself. And then some of them it is written and it doesn't look that good. With this one it kind of looks okay. You can't actually see this, so not too bad. And over here you can put some extensions over here, such as a laser shot as well, which is kind of cool. Inside there is nothing over here except this. This is the magazines for it, and this one comes with 4 of them. I'm not sure if this is the usual that it comes with. And let's see if there's anything else inside this box. And yeah, we have the instructions booklet here, which is the owner's manual, saying that this is not an actual toy, which is not. So in Europe, this actually is sold as a self-defense pistol, because over there you can't actually own an actual gun. So this will be the only thing that will keep you safe in some of those countries. So keep this in mind, that this is actually for the North American market, which is marketed as T4E instead. And this is a paintball gun. So those are the magazines that it comes with. So pretty much you can load this up and you can post a bunch of them in here, and you can always have something for you to play with in case you need to. Interesting, we have 5 of them all combined. Now I don't know if I actually got one that has way more than most of them, because usually I think it only comes with 2. It does come with this right here. What is this is for is pretty much for this right here, which is when you're loading up the CO2 cartridge. You can make it much better with this in here. I mean better, I mean when you load it up, you arm and disarm it with this. So let's go ahead, open this up. And you put this right in here, the actual CO2 cartridge. After you put this in here, you use this to close it up, and then what you're going to be doing to activate it, you kind of hit this and it pierces right through this, and then it's ready to go. Moving this right here, just like that, you eject this ammo holder right out of here, and then I'm going to be putting it right back in, same exact way, and then moving this all the way back in. There we go. To shoot this, you pretty much are pressing this just like that, and it moves this along, so you can get up to 6 different shots with this. One of the safeties right here is it's not going to fire accidentally on the side unless you are actually pressing here. So like a real gun, it has a double safety right there, so you have to engage this piece right here and then push it in, and it's gonna shoot. On right here you can have this siding, but it is super small. Another thing about this, when this thing is armed and you're putting the CO2 cartridge in here, this thing is gonna pop right out of here. So you know this thing is armed. Right now it doesn't have the CO2 cartridge in here, so this is empty. There's nothing in this gun, supposedly gun. This is a paintball. It's a paintball marker, pretty much. It's not actually an actual gun. What I do like about this is, first of all, a lot of it is plastic. There is a little bit metal in here, so I'm surprised at the amount of plastic in on this, but that's a good thing actually, because just putting like straight metal on everything is not smart. So strategically placed plastic where it's supposed to be, and this is high-tech plastic. This is not the cheap kind of plastic, and plus it makes it a lot easier for you to hold, other than holding like a solid brick on your hand. You're holding something, but it's supposed to be this way. It makes it easy to hold, fire, and aim, and it's not going to make your hand tired, which is a good thing about this. I really super dig the way this looks. It looks super sophisticated. It looks really awesome in my opinion, and it is nothing like any gun I ever seen, because nothing like that ever exists. Another good thing about this is just not only it is sophisticated, this is great for like a cosplay, or of course for what it's made, which is to play paintball with. I wouldn't want to get shot with a paintball gun from something like this, because it is way more powerful than a paintball is supposed to be, and this is gonna seriously hold even if you have protective gear on. So there we go, a thoughtful review of this whole thing, and you can judge for yourself if you like this or if you want to get this for yourself. So we are ready to fire this gun, and you can actually use this two hands if you actually want to, or one hand operation. Now unfortunately there is no clock here that you can actually use to pull it out, which is a bummer. Only thing you have to do is to pull on this thing right here and to shoot. So let's go ahead and do that. You can see the red over here means it is armed and it's ready to go. This is the giveaway. This thing is actually a BB. If you need more traction and you need to hold it more firmly, you can use two hands on the grip, but this is not the way you're supposed to be doing it. So let's aim and fire. Two hand shot. Ready, aim, fire. Oh, look at that. That's right in the shot right there. Bullseye. Amazing. You can see it right here. Opening this up. See the damage. Here's the ball. Here it scraped this thing right there. All the way in the back. This thing is powerful. It made a dent right in the back as well. So the final verdict on this, it was really hard to decide on this one. Initially I thought I was going to be giving it a 10 star all the way and a plus for it, but I have decided that it actually takes away half a star from it, or even a whole entire star, because of the actual ammo. So 0.50, actually 0.50 millimeter ammo here is very hard to find, and it's very expensive as well. It's very specialized to this one. It's mostly for paintballs, and other than that it is very realistic looking, but nothing like it actually exists on the planet actually. So this is a replica from the future. Maybe someday somebody in the future, maybe Judge Dredd, you know, if you ever watched that movie, was using something like that. But other than that, it is very nice looking, it is very decent looking, and I really recommend it for you guys to get. Use the link below to get yours, because soon enough they're all going to be sold out. Everybody would want to get one of those.